Today I fucked up by faking a British accent for 12 years. This happened in high school at a summer band camp. I did not know anyone at this camp and I flew in from out of state. When I left the airport, my best friend called me and we were talking. I had an inside joke with my best friend where we would just talk to each other in random accents for no reason. This time I was talking to her in a British accent. Little did I know that a group of people from my summer camp were standing right next to me waiting for the camp's bus to pick us up. I get off the phone and one of them asks if I'm here for the camp too, and I say yes. He then asks me where I'm from and tells me that my accent is so cute. I had really bad social anxiety in high school, and in my anxiety mind I thought this dude would think I'm weird for faking an accent. He was also cute, which made me more nervous. I totally panicked and just said, England. Then he asked me what part and I said, London. Then, thinking he'd ask if I flew in from abroad, I said I was raised in London and then moved to the US. That was where the lies started, but not where they ended. The entire bus ride to the camp this guy was talking to me about British TV shows like Doctor Who, and I keep faking the accent. So we get to the camp and by now I'm thinking I have to come clean and say it was just a bad joke, but for some reason my anxiety is going, no, don't do that, it's too late, you are British now. Everyone in the bus had heard my accent and me talking about how much I love Doctor Who and the London Theatre. Never been. So for the entire 2 months of this camp I pretended to be British. I even watched YouTube videos on how to fake a better accent and words to say to sound more British. That guy and I become friends and we kept in touch. I never came clean. It's been 12 years. For a while we kept in touch a lot and would FaceTime and I'd fake the accent. We aren't as close anymore, but we still talk over Snapchat sometimes, and whenever I send him a Snapchat when I'm talking I have to fake the accent. At this point I think I'm stuck being British forever to him. He can never meet my other friends or family. He lives in a different state, but if he ever visits where I live I guess I'm faking the accent. I wish I had never faked the accent. Too long didn't read, panicked and ended up faking a British accent at a summer camp in high school where I made a friend who I kept in touch with. It's been 12 years and he still thinks I'm British. Update: wow, I did not expect this to blow up, and I'll try to respond to more comments after work. I answered the dialect question in the comments, but it's buried and people keep asking, so I didn't pick a dialect, but I did have the brilliant idea to say my dad was French Canadian and we spent a few summers in Canada when I was growing up. I thought this would explain it if my accent sounded off to anyone, because I would have grown up hearing his accent too and taken on some of it. Obviously looking back on it now, that wasn't as clever as I thought at the time, lol. Update number 2, I did it. I sent him this post and told him. Turns out he sorta figured it out years ago because he saw my dad post something on my Facebook page that made him suspicious. He did some googling and quickly figured out my dad had always worked in the US. My dad is a university professor, so his CV/work history is easy to find online. There are even videos of my dad talking at conferences, clearly with an American accent. Anyway, my friend said he suspected for years and just didn't want to embarrass me and thought it wasn't worth bringing up because we weren't super close anymore when he figured it out. Nothing romantic ever happened between us, BTW. I just had a slight crush on him that summer. We're both actually married now. I apologized for lying to him and he said it's fine, but he's never letting me forget this and I have to do the accent if we see each other in person again, lol. I'm glad I came clean, but I still feel really bad and embarrassed about the whole thing. Honestly, I'm sure I'll be cringing to myself about this for the rest of my life, lol. My anxiety is going, no, don't do that, it's too late, you are British now. This made me chuckle. My anxiety has done this to me numerous times. I should correct them. Nope, this is who you are now. Cashier at Target: hey, I know you. We went to camp together. Didn't we go to camp together? You're the British one. What happened to the accent? Hello there. Well, I lied. I'm not British. I am in the CIA and on assignment. You never saw me here at this Target. Pretend to knock your head in front of him and then start speaking with an American accent. That shit will be hilarious. And they'll be that weird British person who's pretending to have an American accent. Plot twist: he's been faking an American accent for 12 years and doesn't know how to tell you. Ironically, your 12-year dedication to a lie just to avoid an awkward moment is probably more British than the accent itself. Today I fucked up by not simply knocking to wake up my brother. Obligatory, this didn't happen today, it happened maybe 16 years ago. Told my boyfriend about this a few weeks ago and he won't stop making fun of me for it and told me to post my story here. I was maybe 12 or 13 and it was one of the days during winter/Christmas break. My brother, 15 or so, and I had gotten some new games for our GameCube and I was excited to play. My brother was still asleep in his room, and since the game I wanted to play was more of a multiplayer game, I decided to wake him up. There's no way he could still be sleeping at 10 AM. Being the pesky little sister that I was, I couldn't simply just wake him up by knocking on his door and yelling through the door. No, I had to find our 20-pound Himalayan cat and bring him with me. My plan? Open the door and toss the cat onto my brother to wake him up with a heavy floof on his gut. I had the cat, I was poised outside his door. This was going to be great. I opened the door and saw that my teenage brother was awake after all, doing what teenage boys do when they think they are in the privacy of their bedroom. I froze for a second in shock, then threw the cat at him anyway and ran out, slamming the door. He emerged about 15 minutes later, ate breakfast. We played video games. We have never spoken of this, even to this day. Too long didn't read. I went to wake my brother up with our family cat, interrupted a morning masturbation session and threw the cat on him anyway before making my grand escape, and pouring bleach into my eyes. Update: since this post has gotten a certain level of popularity, it's been suggested I send my brother a link to it. What do you think? Update 2. Wow, so my most popular post ever is about me throwing a cat on my masturbating brother. Thanks everybody for all the free awards. Smile upon waking up to all the notifications. I've decided not to send a link to him. Sorry bro if you stumble across this post organically. Also, to all the perverts making gross comments or sending me PMs of your incestual/pedophilic fantasies, y'all can fuck right off. I'm pretty sure that in all of recorded history no good has ever come of opening a teenage boy's bedroom door unexpectedly. Well, once, I heard my brother moaning and panting. I opened the door to see him wrestling with a pillow. Like WWE wrestling. He said to me, "Hey, do you wanna try something cool?" And then broke my fist by accident. One of my happier days. One time my bro walked in on me whacking it but didn't say anything, then his buddy on Skype was like, "Heard your 4 inches unbuffed lamau." The fact that you still threw the cat absolutely kills me. Edit, corrected car to cat. Car also probably would kill her brother too. NGL, I only had to read the title to know exactly what this was gonna say. Edit, he probably talked it out with the cat after you left. Today I fucked up by being unable to follow though on my successful pickup line. So I was on a first date with this really cute guy. We'd had drinks at a local bar one night and wandered back to mine. After offering a glass of wine and settling in, I threw out what I hoped would be a winning line, "Oh, would you like to stay for breakfast?" Now, it totally worked and he was rather charmed by the cutesy phrase and a wonderful night was had by all. Now, in the morning, he awakes and asks what's for breakfast. Now, I have the most depressing bachelor's fridge ever, barren with the odd beer bottle or takeaways. I hadn't thought to follow though with that line. I had to shamefully admit this, and although he laughed it off, I knew in his heart, he wanted a full English breakfast or at least some over-easy eggs. Lesson for today: always be able to put together a hot breakfast, you never know. TL, drive I offered breakfast to a cute date and forgot I don't have anything to make. When I was a ski instructor in the late 70s, we all shirts that read, "Take a local to dinner and keep them till breakfast." Is there a skiing pun in there that I'm missing? What's for breakfast? I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. That's a great opportunity for a second date, though. "Hey, I got those breakfast makings. Want to come over for dinner and have a repeat?" You have a breakfast for dinner, another fun sleepover, and he still ends up with no food in the morning. What's for breakfast? Me, mouth, I see a Furby and I want to kill myself now. Obvious play is to order breakfast delivery, or go out for breakfast if able. Wouldn't want to lose someone over a barren pantry though, also like buy some eggs, or pancake mix, or something.